Good morning, YouTube. It is Tuesday. That's what date? Tuesday. hmm, Tuesday, November 25th, and it's a little after 10 a.m. Just had my breakfast, and I fed my little dog, and I'm ready to do this video. Um, when I was walking my dogs today, I had an experience. And I just want to share with you guys, you know. Well, what happened was I was walking, and a man was walking past me, and as he started walking past, he said, I want to tell you something. And what he said was this. It, it really, wow. Well, he said was, he says, my 48 years in this world, the first time I ever saw a woman as elegant as you, and that um, looking at you makes me want to become a better person. And wow, I didn't expect that. And yes, I was flattered. But what why it flattered me was that he spoke from the heart. He was polite. He didn't say vulgarly. And I, I've come a long way, and I'm still on my journey. This is my, where I'm coming from with this video. So yesterday, um, I was feeling very down. I felt, you know, that, that things that happened to me growing up as a child um, was being manifested in my adult life. The emotional impact that it had on me. It made me so depressed. And I was telling someone about it yesterday, and even though I spoke to them about it, it was the therapist, I didn't feel better after talking to that person. And I knew that um, when I got home, I just had to, just go within, you know, and not let these thoughts, these intrusive thoughts come in my mind. And I was worried that it was really sinking deep in my subconscious mind. Okay. And so when I got up today to walk my dogs, I intentionally um, said to myself, I'm going to dress, I want to dress in a way to take back what was taken from me as a child, my womanhood, my femininity. I was always afraid to really assert my womanhood. What I mean by that is, if you had a little curve or you have a little, whatever shape that really is indicating your female development, I hid that. I didn't want to wear clothes that were um, that could put attention to me, and that's how bad it was. And I never used to look in the mirror, So I really didn't know what I looked like. I didn't want to be reminded what I looked like because what I experienced, I felt ugly, and I had lived in a male-dominated household. I had my mother and my sister, but I had like five brothers and my father, and they were very crude. And used to hear things about women all the time that was so deprecating, and I hated it. I it just sent, you know, chills, in me, hearing some of the comments that they would say. And, so when I got outside, I was afraid of, you know, males asserting themselves on me, verbally. I couldn't stand the comments that I would hear. And I just try to go in areas where I thought I would be safer, that there'd be less, you know, cat calls and things like that, or not, that there won't be any touching and things like that. So that's where I come from. And but what you see is now, and I want to share with people on YouTube where I come from, what happened along the way, and how did I get to the point where I am now. So again, with my background, so I had all that baggage, and again, as I mentioned, I didn't like looking in the mirror, so I really didn't know what I looked like. But when I got up this morning with all that baggage and how I was feeling yesterday, um, I said, I want to, take back what was taken from me and assert myself, not in a way of showing off, no, um, because that's not what it's about. You know, because each one of us has beauty, and whatever what you have, you make the most out of it, not for showing off, but to honor God with with how you carry yourself. That's what it's really about. How do you carry yourself in the spiritual sense? Because if you carry yourself in a spiritual sense that respects yourself and your fellow man and woman, your community, and God, your higher power. That's what I'm about. Okay. So I wanted to dress in a way to symbolize um, that taking back, and asserting my being a woman, or whatever, how I classify, how I wanted to find myself at the moment. So I um, I purposely put on this pink scarf, and I know I mentioned in an older video that I did that I never had, I never wore pink because I thought, oh, pink is a girly color, and I didn't want to make a statement that yes, I am female, but I have some pink items now. And so for me, when I got the pink, it 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 stood out to me, readily that this is a female color. I mean, a feminine energy, and I wanted to assert that this morning. I wore just simple earrings. I wore a little pink lipstick, and I also wore. Let me get it here. This scarf. I know I showed you on YouTube, but like the end of it is pink and pink tassels, So, and I just wore it around the neck, it was very color. I wanted to wear something that was colorful and something that was uplifting. I wanted something with an uplifted spirit behind it. So I intentionally wore it. And I also wore these these pink sneakers, So it's like a black velvet jumpsuit and then this blue T-shirt, So it's really simple, but this is what I wore, and yeah, but this is what I wore, and then I went out to walk my three dogs, and it was coming back, and the weather was beautiful today. It was 65 degrees, and so it was warm enough for me to wear this with that the scarf, and I was feeling really good about myself, and I just felt content. I felt happy to be me, and that's when that man was walking past me, and he said what he said. So I just that's what I wanted to share with you, and so I'm really directing this video to other women, whether you be, a young woman or someone, a much older woman, and that sometimes life gives us um, you know, things happen, and sometimes society makes you feel bad about yourself, bad about being a woman, or bad about being a black woman or a mixed race woman. You are who you are. Regardless what you are, every human being has value, okay? And so, if someone tries to take your dignity away, you take it back by your actions, because that's how we fight. We fight by taking back and asserting ourselves. It's not about violence. It's not about being, having a big mouth. You know, Action speaks louder than words. How we carry ourselves. And so, if someone tried to took away your womanhood, well, you honor yourself by dignity. You know, People may not have to like you. It's not about people liking you. People will respect where you're coming from. People always will try to challenge you. But people can respect. Hey, this person respects themselves. So ladies, you know, look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Or if you're a man, I'm handsome. And you go out there in the world dressed in dignity, and you come and take a shower, you put your favorite cologne or perfume. That's also what I did. I put on this perfume that I like, and it really sets a mindset about myself. You know, and that's what people see when you go out there. They see the energy of how you feel about yourself. So, you know, wear something nice, simple, and when you put it on your clothes, tell yourself, I'm a beautiful woman or I'm a handsome man. And yes, these bad things happened to me growing up as a child or even as an adult. I'm taking back what was taken from me or what they attempted to take from me. And you go out there and believe me, people are going to see it. And it's not about how expensive something is. I made this scarf. I made it, you know. Ladies, learn how to make things and start it yourself and put it on. That's also characterizes you. You have something unique. And it's unique because you made it. You make things from your hand. God made this hand. And God wants us to do positive things with what uh, what God gave you. So that was another thing another reason why I wore the scarf because I made it. It took me almost a year to make it, but I made it, and it's usable, and it'll go with a lot of things. So you go out and change your life. And I'm a work in progress myself. It's one step at a time, and I plan on moving forward. You know, one day at a time. So if you're feeling bad about yourself, or low energy, make sure you're eating well. When I mean eating well, try to incorporate more um, fresh green leafy vegetables in your diet. Um, have seasonal fruits. Uh, stay, stay away from a lot of red meat. Um, you know, if you know you can't stay away from meat products, maybe just incorporate a little steamed fish, like salmon, something like that. In order to feel good, you got to make sure you're eating good. You eat a poor diet, it's going to affect your whole system. I decided like 2 weeks ago to go vegan. And but I forgot something. I was taking supplements, these fish oil. I forgot that it was fish oil. But outside of that, um, I don't eat any dairy products. And after these supplements are gone, the fish oil, I'm not going to replace them, you know. But I feel better eating it, and it's a great way for weight management. You'll find that um, you'll start to lose weight when you do a vegan diet. Eating fresh foods. I do steam. Uh, like I make potatoes. I steam my potatoes, things like that. I do put a little oil on my food, like the olive oil, or you can use the coconut oil, and because we do need oil in our diet, but we don't need so much. Um, and try to drink uh, fresh water. I use filtered water, and so this is part of my lifestyle, and you'll see that your your body and your mind will start to come together and sync, and and if you need to talk to someone, get a therapist. That's what they're there for. You need it, you use it, but you know get things that you can use that will be beneficial to you in your development. And so, just keep on keeping on. No one is perfect, but be the perfect you in your lifestyle and what you do and what you say to yourself and others. So take care, you too. And I hope this video will inspire you to look up and to pat yourself on the back that you know that you are loved. You first have to love yourself and love your creator and love your fellow human being out there. Because what goes around does come around. So peace and enjoy. Bye bye.